What is going on, world? Welcome back once again. My name is Zach Novak and this is Zach Novak Plays Games. In today's video, I'm going to be going over some information that was actually covered in a podcast that was done by Game Informer and Bungie. Now, I'll have the link in the description if you want to actually go watch the video for yourself. It is pretty interesting and there's a lot of information in it. I'm going to cover as much as I can in today's video. I was going to segment it out and do like a couple of videos, but I was like, screw it. Let's do it in one video. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Let's get into this. Roll the intro and let's do this. Alrighty, so let's start off with something very big. That was my chair. That's not very big. The big thing here is the PlayStation exclusives. Now, Xbox users, I myself being an Xbox user, I'm in the boat where I'm just really jealous. I want the actual PlayStation exclusives because they look seriously freaking awesome. However, Bungie has stated that we are going to have to wait until fall of 2017. So around September 2017 they have said that Xbox users will actually get the weapons and armor that are on the website at the moment. So in itself, there is a long wait, but yeah, we're eventually going to get them. So seriously, if you're an Xbox user, you better get ready and learn to have patience because this shit is going to take a long time. But Rise of Iron, that is coming very soon. Now, something that they have available is you can go through and do something called the Archons Forge. Now I'm gonna have a video on that. I should have had a video on that yesterday. However, rendering failed and yeah, blah blah. I get upset if like I'm rendering a video out and it fails halfway through or the audio isn't synced up right. I just get so angry, so upset. I usually go on and just edit a different video so I don't actually get angrier. So yeah, anyway, that video will probably be coming up sometime either today or tomorrow at some point, and you'll see it. The Archons Forge, it is pretty freaking awesome. It is a mix between trials, like a trials of tribulation kind of thing, where you have to give up a certain material, a certain item to actually be worthy, to be deemed available to enter this arena. Now it's a lot like Court of Oryx and the Prison of Elders kind of combined, except in more of a state where it is wave based, and it's wave based like I guess Halo style, where they'd have firefight and they just kind of come in after wave after wave after wave and they wouldn't stop. It wouldn't actually have like wave on the corner of the screen, just be wave of enemies just flooding in. That's pretty freaking cool. Something they have actually stated is max light can be achieved through Archons Forge. So keep that in mind. When Archons Forge does become available, when the Rise of Iron drops and you find this place, you got a few friends, go through, spend a few hours, you'll get a lot of XP. A very vast amount of light, I'm pretty sure. You'll go up probably close to max, if not max, within like the first few weeks. Yeah, that's pretty freaking cool. Next up, we have factions. Now the factions are getting updates. The drops in themselves, they have a higher chance of actually giving things out that we want. Now that in itself means that we can actually go through and we can pick what we want actually in each of the factions packages. So if we wanted a piece of armor, we'd select armor. If we wanted a piece of weaponry, we'd select weaponry. If we wanted a piece of chroma armor, we'd select chroma armor. And if we wanted a piece of chroma weaponry, we'd select chroma weaponry. And we'd get a random one. But it would still be something that we can actually choose. We can have an actual chance in there to, you know, like pick something that we want. Another big update with the factions is the House of Judgment, the Vanguard, the Crucible, the Queen's Bounty and stuff like that. The like all of them, everything that's available, like pretty much all actual factions are available, are gonna have higher light level gear, new gear in itself, a lot of it is more associated with the Taken King style, just with new actual skins and stuff like that. But there is so much coming. There is so much armor, so much freaking awesome stuff. But yeah, there's something that is really freaking cool, and it's been on my mind for quite some time. I was like, what is going to happen with the strikes? Now they've gone in and they've actually stated that there is a new heroic strike, and this heroic strikes in themselves is a playlist that's actually associated with Rise of Iron and all the other strikes. Now there is another one down, which is the heroic strikes. You can go in to do the heroic strikes, which are the just standard regular ones that are available, all different random ones. And then you've actually got a Taken King playlist as well as a Legacy playlist. So that in itself is very interesting. I'm actually really looking forward to actually seeing this in action and actually seeing what we can get out of this. Now as well, with strikes in itself, we're going to be able to get certain actual loot more easier because of these actual keys that will drop in the chests that we'll be able to open. Now this in itself I had in a video a while back. I'll probably have a actual annotation on the screen about it. But this means that we can actually get that strike specific loot that we've wanted for so long. I want to get myself that perfect Imago loop, and I'm definitely going to go back and make sure I'm saving my keys when I'm actually doing the Imago loop farm, because wow, I want it. Perfect roll, please just give it to me. Something as well that a lot of people have been asking about, a lot of things that people have been messaging to Bungie, putting on forums and stuff like that. I've seen a few videos where people have actually stated things that are definitely incorrect, and I want to actually put out the whole thing there. Now we have bounties. All the bounties that we have available will not autocomplete. I repeat, they will not autocomplete. So you can then save them and use them when the Rise of Iron drops. This is what I've been saying for quite some time, for a few weeks, just because I did actually see a tweet about it at some point from someone from Bungie, and I was like, okay, confirmed, right there, done. We know that bounties can be saved, so we can get that little bit of extra, you know, boost when the Rise of Iron does drop, which is pretty freaking cool. Now, getting a big boost in itself as well is exotic engrams. Now in the Game Informer video, they were very elusive when this question was asked. What's happening with exotic engrams? They kind of like tiptoed around the question. In my mind, possibly there will be actually new gear. The light level gear in itself will be higher from these exotic engrams. Still not 100% confirmed, but I in myself, from seeing them giggle between each other, looking at each other, and then eyes like going around the room. Watch the video, you'll see it. It's very like kind of standout-ish, and you're like, okay, exotic engrams, something's happening there. Now, as well, exotic engrams in themselves, if you do save them up, just make sure that you aren't actually you know, cluttering yourself too much up in the vault. If you want to actually save weapons or certain shit like that, when the Rise of Iron does drop and you don't want to turn in all your exotics straight away, like myself, I'm going to do a video where I actually go through and turn in all of mine and see what I can actually get. A few people that I've heard from don't actually want to do that. They're going to turn some of them in, save some of them, turn some of them in later, just so they can actually equate their level and get higher and actually level up certain things, which I agree that's very efficient. It's very smart to do, which is cool. And as well, the vendor light level is getting increased. I'm pretty sure they didn't actually state what it was exactly, but in my mind I see it as it's going to be 365, just because that's kind of an equal ground where everything's like leveled out. Not sure, but we'll see how it is. Possibly it's going to be a lot lower. I don't know. I'm probably definitely like fully wrong. Let me know in the comments section what you guys think. What light level do you actually think the vendor gear is going to be? Because, well, some of it as max, possibly I'm thinking will be like 385, or no, they'll be 380, because like it's usually like 5 down or whatever. But anyway, let me know. Finally, well, not really finally, there's a lot more to go, but finally, for the actual gear and things in themselves, the Trials loot. Now, all the Trials gear that's available at the moment, if you want to actually collect it all, you have to go through and do it quickly, because when Rise of Iron drops, you aren't gonna have the ability to get the actual Trials of Osiris gear that's available at the moment. There'll be brand new Trials gear, brand new Trials actual weapons, armor, all different stuff. Chroma, well, not really chroma, it's ornaments, but yeah. Anyway, there is a chance, this is what they've said, a chance that there is hidden exotic quests. Now there's lots of secrets, like lots and lots of secrets for this Rise of Iron, and one of them which actually associates with Felwinter's Peak. There's something that has been going on that is just like really funny apparently, and something you can do, and I don't know what it is, we don't know what it is. There is so many freaking secrets, it's crazy. But they did actually state that a lot of the things that people have been asking for or asking about, like simple ideas, they kind of work the best. Like if the community comes together and says we need more vault space, alright, they're working on it. They have stated, yep, vault space is coming. It's not coming when the Rise of Iron drops exactly, but it's coming in the future. So we are going to get more vault space, but we still don't know when. That's a simple idea. Another simple idea, which was Thorn. Thorn's coming back. Now that, I don't know if I'm too happy about that. Let me just sit here and question my life. No, actually, I take that back. Thorn isn't going to be too bad. It was previously nerfed. It's still going to be a bit of a burden, but I'm still going to enjoy it. Obviously, a lot of people still enjoy Thorn. A lot of people I still see in the Crucible use Thorn, and I get very upset about that. But there is going to be ornaments to actually reduce its tick damage. So, that's pretty freaking cool. I'm happy about that. Also, I'm happy about another really big thing that's actually coming. Is the updates for acquisition for certain weapons, armors, gear, whatever you want to call it. There is going to be a lot more easier ways to actually acquire certain things. And that in itself makes me really happy, which is pretty freaking cool, because like the whole thing with the choice of factions, with you go through a new monarchy or whatever and you get new monarchy gear and you're like, oh, this is awesome, blah blah, you get the full set and you want the full chroma set and you've only got like say 2 pieces of it. Now when the Rise of Iron drops, the whole thing of you can actually select what package you want, that's gonna be freaking amazing. Like that in itself is a big easy way to acquire certain gear that you really want. Now there is a lot of other things that you're gonna be able to actually kind of get, you know, that's gonna be pretty freaking cool. Like there is a Zor update where Zor sells ornaments now, and those ornaments will be bought using silver dust. Now silver dust comes from anything that's actually dismantled from a radiant treasure chest box, whatever you want to call it, radiant treasure thing. When you get whatever out of it, you dismantle it and you'll actually get silver dust. You get enough silver dust, you're able to buy these ornaments from Zor, so in turn it's just another form of currency in Destiny, and it's another grind for all of us to go through and get all that silver dust that we possibly can. I myself am definitely actually going to go through and try to get a lot of it if possible, because that's like pretty freaking cool. But they also did say, I don't know why they didn't actually include Zor in this, but they said the top 3s that they have available is the raid, the story, and Archons Forge. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of cool. We've seen a lot of all 3. However, it's still going to be a very big like, wow, this is amazing when it does come out. Which in itself, I'm really hyped. I'm kind of let down because I've seen so much and actually know so much about it, and I'm like, I wish I'd kind of gone into this blind. But being an actual YouTuber and stuff like that, a content creator, you go through and you're like, yeah, sweet, I'll just do this stuff. Don't think about it. And you're like, oh shit. But anyway, I'm really happy that I actually have got this information, and I'm happy that I can actually inform you guys. Like, this is something that's really freaking awesome. You guys now, like, I'm getting a lot of comments on my videos. I'm getting a lot more likes. Like, the subscriber count, oh my god, like, I hit 250 subscribers yesterday. I was just mind blown. I'm like, holy shit, that's half of 500. Like, that's a quarter of 1,000. What? That is crazy. Anyway, you guys are probably just like, yeah, he's freaking out, all that, blah blah. Let me know in the comments section. What do you guys think? Am I a cool YouTuber? Would you hang out with me if you got the chance? Let me know. You may win. Ivan here. He'll want to join in. Nah, Ivan, you can't join in today. Sorry. Ivan's a little bit bossy. Anyway, I get distracted very easily. People have said that on my videos and I'm like, yeah, I know. Anyway, let's get back to this. Something that's coming. Something that, well, should be coming in the Rise of Iron. A lot more lore. And by a lot more lore, I mean seriously a bunch. There is going to be so many more Grimoire cards, the actual story of the Iron Lords and everything like that. Actually figuring out what everything was going on and stuff like that. It's just awesome. Now, the Devil's Splices that we know of and the Fallen, there is a lot more lore and a lot more detail on these guys. Now we find out that the Devil's Splices have actually been doing this for like quite some time, like many years kind of thing. And yeah, this is why it's gotten to this point. Siva in itself is so much of a corruption to a certain species that they just can't actually function normally. They have to advance themselves, they have to better themselves at every point, and then they have to pretty much prove that with their brute strength or tactics in itself, which is cool because there is so many different changes to enemies and things like that coming in the Rise of Iron. I'm hyped for that, like really hyped. Something I did want to go into quickly is Exos. I'm going to do a video on the Exo lore and stuff like that, just because, well, like I'm really interested in the Exos and I've been like looking at a lot of Grimoire for them and stuff like that. So far what I know is they were the protectors of the city. When the collapse actually happened, they reset, and which in turn, like they lost the memories of being the protector kind of thing, and then human consciousness was technically downloaded into them, which in itself gave them whatever it is now. But yeah, we don't still know. I'm still learning and stuff like that. You guys probably know a lot more about it than me. But anyway, next up, Chroma. Now there is gonna be the way, like as I said before, easy acquisition. This is gonna be serious easy acquisition for Chroma. You can get a not Tess Everest. God, you can get an Eva Levante. Now that in itself, I was like, wait, Eva Levante is just gonna sell them. Yep. So I can go through and get a full magenta a set for my hunter. I can get a full orange set for my warlock. I can get a full red set for my titan. Oh, this is just amazing. I'm hyped. That's just pretty freaking cool. As well, like something that a lot of people have been asking about and a lot of people have been wondering about. I myself too was in the same boat. The gunsmith. Now, what was actually going to happen with the gunsmith? Was he going to get an update? Was he going to get new weapons? Was he going to get blah blah whatever? Well, in turn, he actually is getting an update. There is possible new weapons. The old weapons are actually still getting updated, and so they can actually then be gotten and things like that. I don't know why I said that, really weird. They can be acquired. Anyway, a lot of people want actual certain weapons from the gunsmith with certain roles. I myself included. I want another Thiessen with rangefinder, hidden hand, and enhanced battery. That would be pretty freaking cool. Or snapshot. Snapshot would be probably better than enhanced battery. But anyway, yes, on to the next. The vault changes, as I said before. They're not coming for a while, but there is something you can actually do. Now, if you do stuff like me, where you just kind of go through and you've been saving up year 1 stuff and things like that, say like cloaks or bonds or actual marks, you can go through and not as of yet, but when Rise of Iron drops, you can go through and dismantle certain ones, because you'll be able to acquire them again up at a different level, which is up the higher light level, which was just, I'm just like, I can't even speak for that, because the whole thing is my warlock's gonna have this flaming bond on his arm. My actual hunter is gonna have the cloak that's got like the smiley face on the back. My titan is I don't know what my titan's gonna have. My titan's just gonna have his exotic one on because I like that. It looks cool and it makes me like come out colorful and stuff, which is pretty freaking cool. Infusion. Now that is also getting an update, but we're not too sure how much of an update, or an upgrade I should say. It's more of an upgrade than it is an update, because the whole thing is like Infusion came in Taken King, and it was for the idea of the Rise of Iron. When Rise of Iron was to launch, it was to be worked out for that. But in itself, they're gonna tweak it slightly and make a few changes, which is pretty freaking nice. I'm happy for that. Something though that I'm really happy for is because my gamer score is very low on my Xbox, is we can actually get new achievements on the Xbox, and there is new trophies on PlayStation, which that in itself, wow. More Grimoire score, more actual gamer score. We're just getting more score for everything. More light level score. Jesus Christ. I love this. It's seriously freaking cool. Now there is, well, I don't know if they're event activities or they're just like secret activities. There's activities that are associated with the Rise of Iron coming a week or two before the Rise of Iron drops. Just like keep an eye out for certain things and you go, hey, that's a little different. I don't know about that. But anyway, it's pretty freaking cool. But something that is probably the coolest, and this is like the last on the list, is Sparrow Racing League. Now Sparrow Racing League is coming back in December, but if the community does come together, and I really want the community to come together for this because this would be freaking awesome, if we all actually vote and actually give our ideas and our opinion and say that we want Sparrow Racing League to stay around and actually be a permanent fixture, we're gonna get it. We'll get it as a permanent fixture. We'll get to actually race in a game mode with our 6 friends and just mess around. Like we can just do anything. We can play drinking game. Well, actually no, we can't play drinking games. It doesn't really work. Well, we can play drinking games. I'm not really gonna drink too much. I wouldn't drink too much. I'm gonna play like, I don't know, play for money. No, I wouldn't do that. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Sparrow Racing League could be coming back, which, well, Sparrow Racing League is coming back, but it could be actual permanent fixture. Yeah, pretty cool. Exotic quests, well, what we know of so far is the Kvostov, the Thorn, the Galahorn, a few others. Anyway, that's pretty much it. This video is going on 23 minutes, so I've been babbling for way too long. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you want to actually check out the full length of the podcast in itself, go check the link in the description, click that. It'll take you over to their YouTube page where you can subscribe if you want to the Game Informer. Tell them that I sent you if you want. That'd be pretty freaking awesome. But anyway, this has been Zach Novak. Do all that good stuff down below. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave a dislike if you disliked this video. Have a comment down below why you disliked it, just so I do know, and I can change it in the next video. But once again, this has been Zach Novak. Do all that good stuff. Share this video around. Subscribe to the channel for more info for Rise of Iron and more actual stuff of goodies and gameplay and funny commentary and news and vlogs and all that stuff. But once again, this has been Zach Novak. Do all that good stuff down below, and I'll be cheering like Kieran if he was Ed Sheeran. But until next time, this is Zach Novak, signing off. Peace out.